Hi, welcome to this video on OpenCV on my BeagleBoard. I intended to continue from last time with Harris corner detection. However, if you remember, I got this error. So I wondered if I accidentally had mistyped, because initially I thought that I made an error here, but when commenting this out and running again, the error stayed. Comparing specifically this line, which is line 8, as you can see here, line 8, it says it has no attribute shape. However, comparing old images of earlier, or correctly said, comparing with old videos I made, this line has not changed. So it is a mystery to me why exactly that goes wrong. When checking everything out, it looks like there's nothing wrong, and I can't comment this out because then everything else goes wrong. And shape, why would that be odd or not working anymore? Which is a pretty big question. If you see here, image 0.png is coming back here still, nothing has changed. This is image _c, and you can see that height _c, width _c, and depth _c is all in this line. So why there suddenly has come a change? All I can do is check here. It's 276 and it is a default for June 22nd 2015. Nothing has been changed that I know of, at least. So of course I can run this again, and unfortunately there's no change. So the only thing I can do is close the file and see if something happens with the restart. Who knows? I have no clue, but we'll see. Well, I restarted the whole board, not that I think that it gives any improvement, but we can only see if I rerun and it comes back with exactly the same, which is quite odd, of course. However, with everything in here and this now suddenly halting, I can also try to put one thing out, see if anything helps. I will probably get quite a few problems because everything further on has a dependency, but let's try anyway. Line 18, where is line 18? Here, has no attribute shape. So this is unfortunately some debugging. Nope. And yes, this shows that something has changed while I didn't change anything. So there may be an odd change in Python that I am not aware of, which suddenly shows that IMRead no longer has an attribute called shape, because otherwise I would not have this error, and this is showing the same error, which means that this actually also should have such an error. The only way I can test is which is not going to work, because it always takes the first error. So, but I can be sure that this will give the same error if everything else is okay. So with the reboot not going to work, obviously. I'll have to find out why, and until then the corner detection will have to wait. And the happy news is that the problem was found, because I found out that when a type is none, it means that there is nothing to do, and that was unfortunately going on with this image. When trying to use a new another image instead of this one, I unfortunately erased the old image 0, and erasing means not deleting, but in fact putting it to 0, and you can't do anything with 0 size file. So right now I am back to where I started, I hope. Let me put this one on. Yes. So, next thing I have to do is first to run this. Just a full run on this file, which should be alright by now. Yes. Then going here and hopefully it does something positive. and now I get some very different errors, and those are because of just incorrect code here. So those I have to solve first, and when I look at them, I think I may have made one or two mistakes here, because the errors may seem very big on screen. Often it's just a small thing, but we'll see. So, with some adaptations using image BW, corner Harris, and then again image black and white, I hope this is going to work. Unfortunately it is not. Ah, that is the point. I hope. Still no luck. So somehow there is more to it than initially thought. And that's quite odd, because I did just what is necessary, although it has 3 input values in line 96, which is this line. So let me check on this. So why does it have 3 input values? It looks like it is correct. Let's ignore these 2 lines. And just for the record, I am taking this example straight from the internet with just some just a modification right here, because when I look up I already have here an image 0.png, which I, using the 0, directly convert to black and white, while in the real example it uses the CVT color instruction to convert from BGR to gray. And that is something that I might have to change. So let's just do that. And just read it in again. Then I say gray is CV22 CVT color, image black and white 2, CV2 dot to gray. And now I have to put, let's see if that actually does work. No, I should put gray in here according to the example. So let's check if this is correct working. Image 0 is not defined. That is very odd. I have to use columns. Now these. It's so logical. And still it doesn't work because I have to say 2 in this case. Let's try again. And now it does work. So I have to quit it for now and see for proc 19, whatever it is. It has found so many corners apparently. Or I should change some variable names, variables, like in here. But I think this is yeah, I think this is due to the fact that this is not that I did not use the original image 0.png. I had to recreate it, which is not the which had not the finest result, best result, because if I look on this is a 4 times shrunk image. If you blow it by 4 times like I did now, it's not going to improve. So with that knowledge, I do think that this is the best I can get for now. Unfortunately, but it shows that it does work, because the newly created image 0, from which everything else is done, has a lot of blockage, some blobs, etc., or blobs, and so everything has corners, and that is exactly what it is supposed to do, although I expected a little bit different result, but it works. And with this I do end my OpenCV adventures. I already have a nice very interesting experiment for next time, but for now, thank you for enduring my OpenCV testing, and this OpenCV is not going to be continued anytime soon, but thank you anyway. Bye bye.